Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. The NFL offseason has been anything but quiet. And as we edge closer to the start of the 2025 season, the landscape of the league, and especially the NFC North, has been shifting dramatically. The Green Bay Packers, a franchise with rich history and a passionate fan base, are once again at the center of some intriguing developments. And this time, it's about a move that could redefine their defensive line and, consequently, their entire season. Let's rewind a bit. The Packers, after a somewhat turbulent 2024 season, are clearly looking to bounce back in a big way. They've made some bold moves during the offseason, the most notable being that blockbuster trade with the Dallas Cowboys for Micah Parsons. Now, Micah Parsons, as we all know, is an absolute game-changer on defense. His ability to rush the passer, set the edge, and disrupt plays from the linebacker position has made him one of the top defensive players in the league. The Packers acquiring him signals their intent. They are all in on competing for a championship this year. But of course, such a trade comes with sacrifices, and in this case, losing Kenny Clark, a vital piece of their interior defensive line, has left a noticeable gap. This is where the news gets even more interesting. Rumors and reports have been swirling about the Packers looking to shore up this defensive interior, especially after the trade. And one name that's been gaining attention is Christian Wilkins. Now, Wilkins has been a prominent figure in the NFL over the past few seasons, known for his relentless energy, disruptive plays, and ability to generate pressure up the middle. His time in the league has seen him rack up an impressive 182 pressures, 28 sacks, and 205 stops over 6 seasons, split between the Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders. Those numbers alone tell you he's not just a rotational player, he's a force on the inside, a guy who can turn the tide of a game with a single play. However, Wilkins' recent situation has been clouded by some controversy and uncertainty. Earlier this offseason, he was released by the Raiders, and that move sparked quite a bit of discussion among analysts and fans alike. The main talking point, his foot injury. Reports indicated there was some disagreement over whether he would need further surgery or if he could return to action without it. That kind of uncertainty can sometimes scare teams off, but for the Packers, it might actually serve as an opportunity. If Wilkins can prove he's healthy and on the right track, if he can show that his foot is fully healed and that he's ready to contribute at a high level, then his market value could skyrocket. And let's be honest, when you look at what Wilkins brings to the table, it's easy to see why Green Bay should be strongly interested. His ability to create havoc in the middle of the line, to collapse pockets, and to make life difficult for opposing quarterbacks is exactly what the Packers need to complement Micah Parsons. Imagine a duo of Parsons and Wilkins rushing from the edges and interior. Opposing offensive lines wouldn't know what hit them. The pressure they could generate would be relentless, and that's precisely the kind of impact you need to disrupt high-powered offenses and turn games in your favor. Now, if we dig a little deeper into the strategic fit, it becomes even more compelling. The Packers have some promising young talent on the defensive line, like Devont Wyatt, Carl Brooks, Nazir Stackhouse, and Colby Wooden. But adding someone like Christian Wilkins would bring a veteran presence and a proven production record that could elevate the entire unit. Wilkins' presence could help develop these younger players by setting a high standard of effort and technique. Plus, his experience in high-pressure situations, playoffs, crucial moments, would be invaluable for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. Another aspect to consider is the division rivalries. The NFC North has been fiercely competitive, with teams like the Minnesota Vikings, Detroit Lions, and Chicago Bears all making significant moves in recent seasons. For the Packers to establish themselves as legitimate contenders, they need to shore up every part of their roster, especially the defensive line, which is often the backbone of a championship-winning team. Bringing in Wilkins could be a strategic move to not only boost their defensive capabilities, but also send a message to their rivals that Green Bay is serious about reclaiming dominance. And it's not just about the individual talent. The chemistry of the defensive line matters immensely. Pairing Wilkins with Parsons could unlock a new level of pass rush and run defense. It would create a nightmare for offensive coordinators trying to scheme against them. Plus, Wilkins' ability to disrupt plays up the middle would open up opportunities for others to make plays, whether it's linebackers or secondary players. It's a domino effect. Improving the interior pass rush often leads to more sacks, more turnovers, and more momentum swings in the Packers' favor. But of course, there are still questions. Will Wilkins be fully healthy by the time the season starts? Will he accept a contract that makes sense for both sides? These are some of the uncertainties that NFL insiders are watching closely. But if the Packers, under their management and coaching staff, can present a compelling case, highlighting their championship ambitions, their need for interior disruption, and their winning culture, there's a very good chance Wilkins could become a Green Bay Packer. And that could be a game changer, not just for the defense, but for the entire team's outlook. This move also aligns with the broader philosophy the Packers have demonstrated in recent years, building through the draft, but also being aggressive in free agency and trade market when they see a player who fits their scheme and their timeline. Green Bay has always valued physicality, effort, and football IQ, traits that Wilkins consistently displays. His motor, his ability to shed blocks, and his relentless pursuit of the ball make him an ideal fit for what the Packers want to build on defense. Now, let's talk briefly about the bigger picture here. The NFL is a league where every move counts, where a single player can swing the outcome of a season. The Packers, with Jordan Love under center, are entering a critical year, an opportunity for their offense to take a step forward, but also for their defense to establish itself as a true strength. Adding Wilkins could be the finishing touch that turns a good team into a great one. It's about creating a roster that can consistently pressure the quarterback, stop the run, and dominate in the trenches. And remember, the NFC North isn't getting any easier. The Lions have been building a formidable offense and a tough defense. The Vikings are always in the mix with talented players and solid coaching, and the Bears are in a rebuilding phase with a lot of young talent. In such a competitive division, every win counts, and having a dominant defensive line could be the key to gaining an edge over divisional opponents. It's about establishing dominance early and maintaining it throughout the season. So, for all the Green Bay Packers fans watching, this potential signing of Christian Wilkins is more than just a roster move. It's about setting the tone for a season full of possibilities. It's about showing the league that the Packers are serious contenders, ready to make waves, and chase another Super Bowl appearance. The defense, especially the interior line, was a question mark last year, but with Wilkins joining the fold, it could quickly become a position of strength. Imagine the impact he could have, not only on the field but also in the locker room, bringing leadership and a winning mentality that can inspire everyone around him. And of course, this isn't just speculation. The NFL offseason is full of surprises, and the right circumstances. Wilkins proving his health, the Packers seeing a fit, could lead to this move happening very soon. The team's front office will have to weigh the risks and rewards carefully, but if they pull the trigger, it could be one of the most significant moves of the summer for the Packers. It's a move that could define their season, their division standing, and perhaps even their playoff run. As we look ahead to the upcoming season, keep in mind that the Green Bay Packers are quietly positioning themselves for a serious shot at the title. With the addition of a player like Christian Wilkins, they're not just filling a roster spot. They're building a fortress in the middle of their defense, one that could withstand the toughest defenses in the league. The combination of Wilkins and Parsons would be a nightmare for offenses, forcing quarterbacks into uncomfortable throws and creating turnovers that could turn the tide of games. This is what football is all about: strategic moves, player development, and a relentless drive to win. The Packers are clearly making a statement that they're in it to win it, and the signing of Wilkins could be the final piece they need to complete a championship puzzle. Fans, it's an exciting time. The team is energized, the roster is shaping up, and the NFC North is about to get even more competitive. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and we'll be here to keep you updated every step of the way. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Christian Wilkins is the missing piece to bring the Packers back to the top? Drop your thoughts, predictions, and expectations in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. Remember, I'll be back very soon with more updates, breaking news, and deep dives into everything happening in Green Bay. So make sure to stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't yet, and let's keep this Packers community growing stronger every day. Thank you for watching, and as always, Go Pack Go.